back. Developing this morning, the Menendez brothers, who've spent more than 30 years now behind bars, may have a chance at actually getting out after the LA District Attorney announced that he is recommending resentencing.
Yeah, so joining us this morning in studio to break it all down, Josh Kolsrud, a defense attorney with Kolsrud Law Offices. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me again.
Last time you were in, we were chatting about this and the wild ramifications this really could have for attorneys looking at these cases.
Absolutely. So, what is happening now in Los Angeles with the District Attorney Gascon, former Sheriff of Mesa, is unprecedented. He is reviewing a case where, two brothers were convicted of premeditated murder, of, shooting their parents in cold blood and lying in wait. And the reason why it's significant is that it's going to lay the foundation and framework for other prosecutors to reevaluate certain types of cases where prisoners would not be facing the possibility of parole, but now they might be.
So let's walk people through it. What were they sentenced with, and what is this new resentencing that could very well be a possibility for them?
Sure, good question. So they were originally sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, the district attorney is asking the court to re-sentence the defendants. So, that will likely occur, sometime between 30 and 90 days after the hearing on November 26th. So at the sentencing hearing, the judge has a few options, but the main issue is going to be, should he change the sentence from life without the possibility of parole to life with the possibility of parole? And assuming that he does, and there's a high likelihood that he will, the issue will then go to the California Parole Board. Now, I'll tell you,
because that makes them eligible for parole immediately.
Yes, it does.
The time that they've served.
Absolutely. Right. And when I was the senior trial prosecutor, I frequently attended parole board hearings, and the parole board is made up of citizens and lawyers alike, and they hear arguments from the defendants, the defense attorneys, the prosecutors, and the next of kin in this case, and any victim impact statements. So you're going to have the victims who are actually asking that the brothers be released. You have 24 family members that are asking for that. You're going to have the defense attorney, the defendants, and the prosecution asking for release. So the parole board most likely is going to release the defendants.
Yeah, and I was wondering how easy that would be to convince them.
Well, this is one of those legendary cases, I think, that so many viewers, you probably remember, and the nation was watching what was happening with these two young boys. Now, today, we have a Netflix documentary, which is wild. It's how pop culture has intertwined with some of these cases. Kim Kardashian going to their defense, and that's really what has brought this back to life.
Absolutely. And, it shouldn't take Kim Kardashian getting involved for, the media or anybody else to look at these really hard issues. If you look at, any of the prisoners on death row, every single one of them is going to have some significant childhood trauma that led them to be there. So the question is going to be, like, how far does this, so-called, what prosecutors would say, abuse excuse go? How far should we allow a relook and a re-examination of the different type of crimes that have been committed?
All right, Josh, thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
we
thank you so
appreciate
much.
Your time.
Yeah,
thank you.
And I'm sure this isn't the last time we'll be chatting about this,
No,
as the
so
case continues. So thank you so much.